Hey there, folks. It's the end of July, and that means it's time for another Nerd Block versus Loot Crate head-to-head unboxing. And I have to admit, man, the last couple have been a little gloomy, man. I don't know what's going on. For some reason, there seems to be a month where one knocks it out of the park and the other kind of stinks, or they both knock it out of the park. But like the last couple months just haven't been doing much for me. So it's not necessarily that the quality is bad. It's just there's nothing in the box that's really getting me excited, to the point where the June boxes are still right next to my desk, exactly where I set them after the last unboxing video. I didn't even want to go in there and take anything out to interact with it. So I kind of realized that maybe I was getting a little too pessimistic, a little too gloomy. So given the fact that the theme of, I believe it's the Loot Crate this month, is Heroes 2, I'm going to pull a page out of the comic books and we're going to do a reboot. So the competition, I'm going to totally wipe the slate clean. The last couple months, neither have really stood out. Neither have been really exceptional. I haven't had a box that's had me excited in a couple months from either provider. So we're going to start again. I'm going to start this fresh, and we're going to see what happens here. So what I'm going to do is, since I know the theme of the Loot Crate, I'm going to dive into the Nerd Block, and we're going to see what's in there first. And then I will pull the Loot Crate out, and we will see if they can follow up the Heroes box. Now, I don't think that I got the Heroes box when they released it. I think I started subscribing after it came out. So I'm going to be curious to see what's in there. But as we hold off and think about that, let's open up the Nerd Block. And let's see here. So I'm just going to grab the first thing that I see at the top of the box. And the first thing I see at the top of the box is a vinyl figure. A vinyl figure. I had a friend of mine tell me, she made the comment, and I think it's actually kind of spot on. She works at a comic shop, and she says, these vinyl figures, they're like the new Beanie Babies. It just seems like that's the case, man. It's like Funko started them, and then everybody else just kind of started ripping off and getting licenses. So in this case, this is, and again, I'm going to have yet another bad nerd moment. I have never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Mask of Shame, I know. It was one of those shows that started when I had a job when I was in graduate school delivering pizzas, which meant that I was doing school during the day, and at night when there was money to be made doing it, I was out on the road delivering. I never got to see. This is 20 years ago almost, before the days of DVRs, and even a video cassette recorder was kind of a pain in the ass to work with. So I never got the Buffy thing until it hit critical mass, until it was about 4 seasons in, until there was so much narrative behind it that it was almost impossible to catch up on because it wasn't in syndication yet, which meant that I kind of would have had to come in and figure out the pieces as I went along. And on top of that, in the late winter or spring of 2001, I had a night where I was home. I wasn't delivering pizzas anymore. I was in another job. I was home, and I watched an episode, and it was like, I was like, oh my god, it's exciting, it's this action show, and she kicks ass, and it was apparently the episode where her mother died, and it was like a 1 hour hyper depressing episode. I pushed through it like a blocked bowel movement, and I was done. So I never got into the Buffy thing. So we have here, however, a Spike vinyl figure, and it looks like, according to this, it has posable arms, accessory, and a movable head. So I am sure one of my comic book guys will probably consign this for me. So moving on, let's see here. So we have the t-shirt. We'll hold off on that for just a second. I'm going to grab the next thing I see. It is a package. It is Transformers danglers. Okay, I didn't know that Transformers had danglers. Let's see what we have here. And sadly, again, I'm having my angry nerd moment. It looks like it's the Michael Bay kind of Transformer. I will have a proud nerd moment. I have never seen any of the Michael Bay Transformer films. I probably never will. I just have no interest in them whatsoever. And yeah, no goddamn idea what this one is, but I will hold it up, and I'm sure somebody will leave me a delightfully bitchy, snarky comment in the comment section telling me exactly which one this is. They didn't even really have a guide with the names, so there we go. Let's see, next, reaching in. Okay. Nerd Block, you're starting to get decent. So we have a Ghostbusters money containment unit. What are they calling this? The Ghostbusters wallet. Nerd Block has joined the Ghostbusters to bring you this exclusive Ghostbusters wallet. This sturdy Tyvek wallet will keep your money and important cards, not to mention focused, non-terminal, repeating phantasms or Class 5 full roaming vapors safely trapped away until it's time to bust them out. Don't worry. Unlike the Ghost Trap, it takes its design cues from. It's perfectly safe to look at even when open. So, of course, I will hope that I don't have a moment where someone from the government comes along and wants to empty this out. So let's go ahead. Let's take this out of the package. This is cool. I could actually, yeah, I could see myself. I'm really not, to have a moment of nerd commentary, I'm still not sure where I stand on. I don't even know what the fuck is going on with the Ghostbusters license right now. I know that we have Chick Ghostbusters in production, and all the stuff that I'm seeing from Chick Ghostbusters, it's not grabbing me. They teased the Ecto-1 redesign, and it was kind of like, eh. And then at Comic-Con a few weeks ago, they teased the new uniform designs, and it was kind of like, eh. So all that hullabaloo is going on. I keep hearing rumors that they're doing a new Guy Ghostbusters reboot too. You know, I mean, like, we still have 3 of the 4 surviving original cast members. Why the fuck are we not using them while we still have them, man? You know, we have all these aging geek actors. Let's treat them like valuable resources and, you know, enjoy them while we have them, man. Everybody, when Harold Ramis died, like, oh my god, it's such a tragedy. But did anybody know what Harold Ramis had even done in like the last 10, 15, 20 years? I mean, it's great that we all have these moments where, you know, when a beloved celebrity dies, we run to our Facebook and we eulogize them. But you know, a lot of these people, I mean, they're in obscurity until they die. So, you know, I kept hearing rumors that Murray in particular wanted to do something with they were calling it at the time Ghostbusters 3. You know, and the plan, at least in one of the script drafts, was that Bankman was going to get killed and he was going to be a ghost throughout the film and kind of guide this new generation of Ghostbusters. Let's do something with the original 3, man. You know, enough of this reboot shit. Enough of this remake shit. Anyway, ranty time over. So the next thing we have, it is Avengers branded. It is, okay, this is, again, we're back to the vinyl thing. The Beanie Babies, I guess in this case we have keychain Beanie Babies. It is an Avengers Age of Ultron, but it's the Pocket Pop keychain. So, yeah, it looks like it came from a store. It's got a UPC code down at the bottom, but at least it's not, man. Now that I think about it, one of those, I think it was a Loot Crate a couple months ago, man. Everything just looked like it was picked off a shelf. So, this, you know, I'll let that slide. The keychain, you know, I could probably see myself using that. So we're 2 for 2. We have the obligatory comic. Now this is actually not polybagged. They've got, God, Nerdblock, man, you guys, bags and boards, you're kicking it old school. Okay, sure. This is Vertigo, Vertigo Comics. Apparently, DC has decided to revive that imprint. Mad Max Part 1, Fury Road. It looks like it's, based on what I see here, It looks like it's got an exclusive cover, so I don't know if it's a film adaptation or if they're picking up the story or what. But there's that, and then finally, I kind of start to put everything back in the box. We have the t-shirts, and oh, okay. Well, okay. So it was kind of a good O, kind of a bad O. So the oh, I get it now. Oh, Jesus, God! When I teach IT for a living, and I always tell my students when we talk about early internet naming protocols that it was nerd humor, and nerd humor is bad, and nerd humor is punny, and nerd humor is just really an oh God, nerd block. I love you, but at the same time, I'm groaning because I hate you. So when I originally saw this, I saw the Cobra logo, and I'm thinking, oh, kick ass, man, GI Joe. I can get down with this. It's something for an old nerd. And then I saw the Cobra Kai logo, and I'm like, oh, fuck, really? It's like we're tapping Karate Kid. Karate Kid is now considered geek nerd culture, okay? So you look at the top, and it's got that extended hissing S, sweep the legs, you fools. Obviously it's supposed to be Cobra Commander giving the order from Karate Kid. So, okay, we'll let this slide. This was... I would say average. Obviously, I've decided from these boxes I'm probably not going to use everything. Some stuff is going to go to my comic guys. Some stuff is going to go on consignment. Some stuff I might, there's someone in my life. It's like, oh my God, this would be perfect for them, and I'll give it to them. So we're about 50-50. The Spike figure is going on consignment. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with this Transformers dangler. But the Ghostbusters wallet, that was spot on, kids. The Iron Man keychain, I'm sure I could probably use that for something. The comic is going to go on consignment. Not a big Mad Max person. But the t-shirt, okay, so average score. A couple good things, a couple iffy things. So let's crack open the loot crate. The much ballyhooed Heroes 2 loot crate. And let's see what we have here. So I hear things rolling around on the inside. And we will cut the tape. And I will secure the knife. And let's see here. Alright, so, wow. It's kind of Beanie Babies time. I guess... a new competitor has entered the field. Q-Pop. They are doing these... really, guys? Come on. Can Scotty Young just have his thing, please? Can we do something in comics where everybody else doesn't rush in to rip off something that's cool? Scotty Young has kind of been doing the baby variants of superheroes for a while. Let me just look at this. Let me make sure that I'm not getting overly ranty. No, I'm not seeing his name on this, so yeah, I'm going to open up both guns and fires. Come on, kids. Let Scotty Young do the fucking cute, kidified superheroes thing. So what we have here, it's a vinyl figure. It's that iconic Batman on the rooftop, kind of overlooking the Batarang held back, just looking majestic, overlooking the city. We look on the back, and... we've got Superman, the animated series, Superman. We have Batman, the animated series, Catwoman, and of course, this is, well, let me see here. It says Batman, the classic TV series, but the color just isn't lining quite up. If I remember from my days as a child, I think the cowl, the cape, the trim accessories are a little more blue and not quite so black, but anyway, another vinyl figure. I'm officially over the whole vinyl figure thing, kids. I'm really hoping this goes the way of Beanie Babies, and I pray the hell to God that I can ditch all these figures before they do go the way of Beanie Babies. So, okay, let's see here. So I'm grabbing another one. This is all I see right now. It says multi-tool, and there's a Batman symbol. So let's see here. It's a keychain. And, yep, bottle opener, keychain, crosshead screwdriver, flathead screwdriver. Kind of cute. I see, the Batman thing here. Okay. I know for some reason this whole idea of the tools that you put in your wallet. I've seen a couple of them out there. They're the big thing, and I guess everybody's jumping in on that now. So, the Batman keychain, sure. I was a survivor of 1989. I remember the summer of 1989. I remember the hype leading up to the summer of 1989, Tim Burton's Batman film. Just like really from about the spring of '88. There was about a year, man, where just everything was Batman. That little bat insignia was anywhere, man. If DC could license it out, they would put it on there, man. If somebody was ballsy enough to make Batman condoms at the time, I can guarantee you could have walked into a drugstore, man, and just, whip, yeah. So anyway, yeah, so the Batman multi-tool, okay, sure. So we've got the, the Star Trek air freshener, the hand in the Vulcan salute, let's see. Loot Crate. I'm not seeing a T-shirt here, kids. What the hell? Let's see here. So we have a poster, and I like it. I approve. I'm not sure I'll have to roll this out somehow or get the bends out of it, but okay, this is all right. Loot Crate +1. So far, pretty mediocre, but +1. You've made a showing on the board. Wonder Woman poster done up in the style of Rosie the Riveter, breaking the chains. It's kind of a nice take on the classic Wonder Woman outfit. If you take a look, she's got the stars kind of moving up the trim of the shorts. I gotta be honest, man, with some of the stuff that DC has done with Wonder Woman's costume over the years, I could almost get into something like this. Let me take a look at the front. She's got the crest. She's got the Wonder Woman crest on the chest. She's got the eagle on the belt, the bracelets. Seriously. Oh, the bandana instead of the tiara. DC, man, instead of doing some of this crazy shit you've been doing with Wonder Woman's costume, give this a run, man. This kicks ass. I could actually support that. I'm thinking back, like before the New 52 reboot, I think it was around issue 600, DC decided to totally ditch Wonder Woman's old costume and give her pants and a leather jacket, Suddenly they decided to push Wonder Woman into 90s superhero fashion. Remember back in the late 80s, Rogue started putting the jacket on. But yeah, that's okay. So this is Emo Kids Everywhere Rejoice, a Legend of Zelda wrist sweatband. Seriously, when the hell did it become 2005? This is like everything that would make an emo kid start jacking off in a Hot Topic, man. You got the wrist sweatband. You've got 8-bit gaming. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure that I'd wear it. It's probably a little age inappropriate. Someone my age wearing this around, I would be giving off that trying way too hard vibe, but I will give you some props there. But yeah, so far, kids, we'll see what we've got here, but not a lot. We have a book, The League of Regrettable Superheroes, by John Morris. Look up in the sky. It's a bee, it's a witch, it's a giant eyeball. You know about Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, but have you heard about Dollman, Dr. Hormone, or the Spider Queen? Okay. In the League of Regrettable Superheroes, you'll meet 50 of the strangest superheroes ever to see print. Okay, so it looks like this is basically kind of a collection of some of the more questionable... Oh, wow. I opened this up. Yeah, comics, for every superhero that gets published in takes. Not quite every superhero does. In this case in particular, it's funny. I was actually thinking about old comics. So, we've got Secret Wars going on right now, and pretty much everybody knows that the Marvel Universe is going to be radically rebooted. And it seems like DC is kind of reaching into their big bag of obscure characters. They pulled out Prez recently. So I was kind of thinking, I was driving to work in the car the other night, and I was thinking about, what are some obscure characters that Marvel could pull out in Secret Wars? And I started thinking in particular about Team America. I had the old Team America toys when I was a kid, the motorcycle. Ideal at one point in time, they had the Evel Knievel license, toy motorcycles. You would put the motorcycle on and you would rev it up and it would ride. When they lost the Evel Knievel license, they just kind of made their own Evel Knievel toys. They just didn't put Evel Knievel's heads on it. They made little cheap plastic riders. They kept the same bike, they kept the same propeller mechanic, and they called it Team America, and of course licensed Marvel, and Marvel kind of ran with it. I think it was a 12-issue series. But one of the other things that they decided to do was, again, it was the early 80s. I'm sure that lots of cocaine was being consumed when these ideas came about. So, for those of you who are a little younger, in the late 70s, before we had the internet, before we even had computers with bulletin board services, everybody was getting CB radios, citizen band radios. They had them in their car, they had them in their homes. Everybody was just fixated on trucking. Smokey and the Bandit, huge movie. Smokey and the Bandit 2, huge movie. Smokey and the Bandit 3, regrettable, but huge movie. Country song called Convoy actually broke over into the top 40. You had really shitty TV shows like BJ and the Bear about a trucker and his pet chimp. And Marvel decided to get into the fad with US-1. So I was actually thinking, it's like, why not? It's not a licensed toy. There was a recent kerfuffle because Rom the Space Knight and the Micronauts are coming back as comics, and those are like classic early modern age Marvel titles. But they're not going to Marvel. Someone else is going to work with them. So, I was thinking like, well, what about Team America? No, Team America is licensed. Now, I'm sure somewhere, Ideal Toys went out of business in the 80s, but I'm sure somewhere someone owns that license for Team America. So I was thinking, well, what about US-1? And lo and behold, here he is, the last page of Regrettable Superheroes. So, other characters, I'll just kind of randomly open this up. Doll Man, yeah. If you studied comics, you've probably run into that character. Madam Fatal. I'm not. I can't. I won't make the comment. Mother Hubbard. Again, don't have time to read the book. I'm sure I will sit down with this at some point in time, though. These look to be like 40s, 50s era characters in particular, but let's see who else we have. Speed Centaur. B-Man, Beeman. Let's see, 2 or 3 more. Brother Power the Geek. Jigsaw, Man of 1,000 Pieces. Some of these characters I haven't even heard of, and I spent way too much time reading obscure comics as a child. Let's see. Oh, okay, so we've got the modern age. Anything really regrettable? Oh, hey, look at that. I was talking about the fact that DC was bringing Prez back. Prez, the whole concept of, a teenage president. So it looks like they have this. Oh, and look at that. There's Rom the Space Knight. We're in the R's, so we're not seeing the Micronauts. Skate Man, created by Neil Adams, Pacific Comics, 1983. Again, comics trying to cash in on really trendy things and not doing well. Although Neil Adams, that's a surprise. Guys, Charlton. Don't make fun of Charlton. Thunder Bunny. So, okay, so we have the book. So, the Wonder Woman poster, all right. The book, all right. Everything else in the box, kind of we have some kind of a code. Make sure. The game is Brawlhalla, White Fang Nash, Legend Skin, Longtooth, Spear Skin, Howling Skull, Hammer Skin, Nash Legend Unlock, and full version of new Platform Fighter. Welcome to Brawlhalla, a free-to-play platform brawler where an ever-expanding cast of the greatest warriors in history battle in an eternal tourney of champions for bragging rights, infinite mead, and the pure pleasure of delivering a beatdown. Ooh, sorry kids, you lost me at free-to-play. Free-to-play online games, they are the cesspool of the online gaming world. I say this as somebody who's currently subscribing to WildStar and dreading the coming of September when it goes free-to-play, and suddenly every little tool and douchebag who's getting bored with Star Wars, The Old Republic, they're going to come over to Wildstorm, and the community is going to go to shit very, very, very quickly. Alright, so we have our pin. Heroes 2, I gotta say, Loot Crate, I'm kind of a little disappointed with our interpretation of it. And of course, we have the Loot Crate magazine. And, you know, I get the idea, Heroes. I just think that you spread yourself way, way, way too thin on the theme here. You know, if you're going to call it Heroes, you probably should have just kept it to the superhero genre. So taking a look at the magazine, there's not even much in the magazine this week or this month. So, all right. So yeah, congratulations, Nerd Block. The better of the two boxes. Again, kids, the vinyl figures. Let's ease off on the vinyl figures. You know, I guess I'm lucky right now because at least I have someone who will buy them in the area and consign them for me. But yeah, so there we go. That is our unboxing of Nerd Block and Loot Crate for July. And we will see everybody at the end of August. Take care, folks.